Hello everyone, welcome back to GK Today. This is Nuzhat Sana, and in today's session we will be discussing the most important current affairs for 10th of September 2024. These are some of the important topics that we would be covering in today's session. For example, we'll be talking about International Solar Festival, then we will see Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari. After that we will see why Judo came into news in Paris-Paralympics, what we have achieved in this category. Then we'll talk about the venue of Heads of Asian Coast Guard Agencies meeting. After that we will talk about Samriddhi scheme, for example, which ministry is associated with this scheme. Then we will talk about GNSS based electronic toll collection, and we will further see that who is the oldest man now to swim the English Channel. Okay, these are some of the important news that we would be covering in today's session. So now, without taking any further time, let's get started. The very first question is, recently where was the first International Solar Festival organized? The correct answer here is C option, New Delhi. Basically, India's solar energy capacity has increased 32 times in the last decade. Prime Minister Narendra Modi highlighted this during the first International Solar Festival in New Delhi, which was held via the video conferencing. So now India is on track to achieve 500 gigawatt of non-fossil capacity by the end of 2030, and with this India is the first G20 nation to meet the Paris Agreement goals on renewable energy. Okay, talking about International Solar Alliance, it was established in the year 2015 and currently it has 100 member countries. The festival celebrates solar energy's global impact with technical sessions, exhibitions and cultural performances enhancing the event. Okay, anything which is considered as the first is very important for your examination. So the first International Solar Festival was organized in New Delhi. Okay, talking about International Solar Alliance, when was this alliance established? So obviously it was established in 2015. Which country hosts the headquarters of ISA? So the ISA headquarters lies in India in Gurugram city of Haryana. Okay, how many member countries are part of International Solar Alliance as of now? So these are 100 countries. Fine. Now if we talk about the Paris Agreement, which is very famous, in which year was this agreement adopted? So it was adopted in 2015. Which international conference led to the creation of Paris Agreement? That was COP21. Okay, also it is known as the 21st Conference of the Parties, which took place in Paris, France in December 2015. Okay, which United Nations body oversees the Paris Agreement? It is United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, means UNFCCC. Okay, and if we talk about the solar energy, which country is the largest producer of solar energy globally? It is the country China. What is the primary technology that is used in solar panels? We know it is the photovoltaic cell. Okay, moving to the next question. Recently the Prime Minister of India launched the Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari in which Indian state? The correct answer here is A option, Gujarat. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has launched the Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari initiative in Surat in the state of Gujarat via video conferencing. So this program involves constructing around 24,800 rainwater harvesting structures so as to enhance the water sustainability. Further, he emphasized the importance of public participation in water conservation so as to secure a sustainable future for the upcoming generations. So further he stated that future generations will evaluate us based on our approach to water, and water conservation is deeply rooted in India's culture with initiatives like Jal Jeevan Mission, then there is Atal Bhujal Yojana, etc. supporting this cause. So he called for adopting new technologies so as to address the water scarcity issues. Okay, so Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, has launched the Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari in the state of Gujarat in the city of Surat. Okay, now if you talk about the rainwater harvesting, there is a question from ancient history. Which ancient civilization is known for its extensive rainwater harvesting system? This is the Indus Valley civilization, right? And what is the process of collecting and storing the rainwater from the rooftop and land surfaces? It is known as rainwater harvesting, obviously. Since we have talked about the Jal Jeevan Mission, In which year was the Jal Jeevan Mission launched in India? So it was launched in 2019. And which is the nodal ministry for implementing the Jal Jeevan Mission? It is the Ministry of Jal Shakti. What is the target year for providing the piped water to all rural household under this mission? It is the year 2024. Now similarly, if we talk about Atal Bhujal Yojana, what is the basic objective of Atal Bhujal Yojana? Basic objective is groundwater management, and Atal Bhujal Yojana is supported by a loan from which financial institution? So World Bank has funded our scheme Atal Bhujal Yojana. Okay. In which Indian states is Atal Bhujal Yojana being implemented in the initial stage? These states are Gujarat, Haryana, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Rajasthan and UP. Okay. Moving to the next question. Who has created history by becoming the first Indian to win a medal in Judo at the 2024 Paris-Paralympics? The correct answer here is C option, Kapil Parmar. Okay. Kapil Parmar won a bronze medal in Paris-Paralympics 2024 in the Para Judo Men's J1 660 kilograms event. Okay. And he has defeated Alilton de Oliveira, who was from Brazil. Okay. With this, India has achieved its first Paralympic medal in Judo. Earlier, Kapil Parmar had won a silver medal as well in the 2022 Asian Games. And he is from Madhya Pradesh state. He survived a severe childhood accident involving an electric shock, and after which he spent 6 months in a coma. Okay. So Kapil Parmar has created history by becoming the first Indian to win a medal in Judo at the 2024 Paris Paralympics. In which country did Judo originate? So Judo was originated in Japan. Okay. Which country has won the most medals in the history of Asian Games? This is the country China. And when were the first Asian Games held? So it was held in 1951. Since Kapil Parmar belonged to Madhya Pradesh state, we will be seeing some static facts regarding Madhya Pradesh. Which UNESCO World Heritage Site is located in the Madhya Pradesh? It is the Khajuraho group of monuments. Okay. And which river flows through the state of Madhya Pradesh? It is the river Narmada. And what is the capital city of Madhya Pradesh? It is Bhopal, right? Moving to question number 4. Recently, which country hosted the 20th Heads of Asian Coast Guard Agencies meeting? The correct answer here is C option, South Korea. The Indian Coast Guard has participated in the 20th Heads of Asian Coast Guard Agencies meeting that took place in South Korea from 2nd to 6th of September in the year 2024. This meeting was hosted by the South Korean Coast Guard. The Indian Coast Guard also held its 12th annual bilateral meeting with the South Korean Coast Guard on 4th of September. Here discussions focused on maritime law enforcement, safety at sea, marine environment protection and preventing illicit trafficking of humans, drugs and weapons. Okay. So talking about this meeting, it was started by Japan in the year 2004 and basic aim is to address the piracy issues in the Southeast Asian waters, especially in the Straits of Malacca. Okay. So recently South Korea has hosted the 20th edition of Heads of Asian Coast Guard Agencies meeting. Talking about Indian Coast Guard, when was the Indian Coast Guard officially established? So it was established in 1978. Under which ministry it functions? So it functions under Ministry of Defense. Okay. Now if we talk about the Heads of Asian Coast Guard Agencies meeting, you can be asked that which country has initiated this meeting in 2004. This is the country Japan. Japan has initiated this meeting to address the piracy issues. Okay. And what main issue did this meeting initially focuses on when it was formed? So basic focus is piracy in Southeast Asian waters, especially in the Straits of Malacca. Okay. Talking about the Straits of Malacca, which three countries border the Straits of Malacca? These are Malaysia, Indonesia and Singapore city. And what is the motto of our Indian Coast Guard? Motto is Vayam Rakshama. Okay. Means we protect. Moving to question number 5. Samriddh scheme recently seen in the news is a flagship program of which ministry? The correct answer is A option, Ministry of Electronics and IT. Union Ministry of Electronics and IT launched the second cohort of the Samriddh scheme. Okay. And Samriddh stands for the Startup Accelerators of Ministry of Electronics and IT for Product Innovation, Development and Growth. This is the full form. It was started in August 2021 and it is the flagship program of Ministry of Electronics and IT under the National Policy on Software Products 2019. The program supports 300 software startups with a 99 crore rupees budget for over 4 years. Also, it helps the existing and the new accelerators to select and scale potential IT-based startup. Samriddh provides the startups with customer connections, investor connections, and international market access to boost the growth. And this initiative aims to accelerate the innovation, development, and growth in the tech sector. Okay, so Samriddh scheme is a flagship program of Ministry of Electronics and IT. Fine. Now, when was the Ministry of Electronics and IT established? It was established in 2016, and which significant Indian project is overseen by Ministry of Electronics and IT to make government services available electronically? This is the Digital India Mission. Okay. Now, if we talk about the National Policy on Software Products 2019, what is the basic objective of this policy? Basic aim is to promote the software product industry. And which organization is responsible for implementing the National Policy on Software Products 2019? It is the Ministry of Electronics and IT. Fine. Now, which country has the highest number of software startups? This is the country US. And what is the term that is used for a startup which is valued at over $1 billion? It is the unicorn company. Okay. Moving to question number 6. Recently, Jyoti Bwal won which medal in the women's 76 kgs freestyle category at the Under 20 World Championship? The correct answer is gold medal. Jyoti Bwal has won a gold medal in the women's 76 kgs freestyle category at the Under 20 World Championships that took place in the country Spain. Okay, so she has defeated Maria Orlevic, who is from the country Ukraine, in the finals, and Jyoti also beat the opponents from Mongolia, China, and Turkey to reach the finals. This is India's second consecutive Under 20 World title in this category, following Priya Malik's win in 2023. Okay, Indian wrestlers Komal and Srishti also won the bronze medals in the 59 kgs and 68 categories respectively. Fine. So Jyoti Bwal has won the gold medal in the women's 76 kgs freestyle category at the Under 20 World Championship. You can be asked about the venue of this championship. It was held in the country Spain. Okay. Now, which country has won the most medals in the Under 20 World Championships history? This is the country US. And what year did Under 20 World Championships for wrestling first take place? Answer is 1977. If you talk about Indian female wrestlers, who was the first Indian female wrestler to win an Olympic medal? This is very famous Sakshi Malik. Okay, she has won a bronze medal as well in the 2016 Rio Olympics, and she competed in the 58 kgs weight category. Okay, moving to the next question. Recently, which ministry has announced the implementation of GNSS based electronic toll collection system in India? This is B option, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Ministry of Road Transport and Highways announced a GNSS, means Global Navigation Satellite System based ETC system in India, means electronic toll collection system in India. Okay, and this system was developed by the Indian Highways Management Company Limited so as to reduce the congestion at the toll plazas. It provides real-time traffic data so as to enable the officials to manage the traffic flow efficiently. Alerts are sent when congestion exceeds the limit, suggesting lane adjustment as well. Okay, so this system analyzes the traffic trends over time and factors in weather and local events to predict the disruption. Toll plazas are mapped using GIS technology for better traffic management. Okay, so recently Ministry of Road Transport and Highways has announced the implementation of GNSS, means Global Navigation Satellite System based electronic toll collection system in India. Okay, now what is the primary constellation used in GSS called as? It is the Global Positioning System, means GPS. Which country first implemented the ETC system in 1970? It is the country Japan. Okay, now which ministry operates the IHMCL, means Indian Highways Management Company Limited? It is Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Okay, moving to question number 8. Recently, who became the oldest Indians to swim across the English Channel? The correct answer here is A option, Mr. Siddharth Agarwal. He is a 49-year-old swimmer from Bangalore, and recently he became the oldest Indian to swim across the English Channel. Okay, so he has completed the 42-kilometer swim between England and France on 29th of August in just 15 hours and 6 minutes. Okay, so his journey began in 2018 when he crossed the English Channel as a part of an 8-member relay team, and Srikanth Vishwanathan, who is also from Bangalore, held the previous record at 46 years, becoming the oldest to swim the channel. Okay, so who is now the oldest Indian to swim across the English Channel? It is Siddharth Agarwal. Okay, what is the narrowest point of English Channel known as? So it is known as Strait of Dover. Okay, basically it separates the southeastern England from northern France. Fine. Which two countries are connected by the Channel Tunnel beneath the English Channel? These are UK and France countries. Fine. Now, which international organization organizes the Swimming World Championships? This is FINA, means it is the International Swimming Federation. Okay. Moving to next question. Recently, the Ministry of Commerce and Industry sets 500 million tons domestic steel production target by which year? The correct answer is C option, 2030. Union Minister of Commerce and Industry sets a target of 500 million tons of steel production by the end of 2034 at the 5th ISA Steel Conclave. Don't forget that India is the second largest producer of crude steel, and we had already surpassed Japan country in the year 2018. Okay. In financial year 24, India has produced 143.6 million tons of crude steel and 138.5 metric tons of finished steel. Fine. So India's finished steel consumption rose to 138.5 metric tons in financial year 24, which is up from 119.17 metric tons in financial year 23. Also in financial year 24, India's finished steel export stood at 7.49 metric tons, while the imports were at 8.32 metric tons. So the per capita steel consumption of India was 86.7 kgs in financial year 23. Okay. So Ministry of Commerce and Industry sets 500 million tons domestic steel production target by the end of 2030. Now if we see some questions, in what year did India aim to produce 500 million tons of steel? This is the year 2034. Which ministry is responsible for setting the steel production targets in India? It is the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. And which country did India surpass to become the second largest producer of crude steel in the year 2018? This is the country Japan. Okay. Moving to the last question. Recently, where was the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation Summit held? The correct answer is A option, Beijing, China. Chinese President Xi Jinping has pledged $51 billion to the African countries at the 9th Forum on China-Africa Cooperation that took place in Beijing, China. So China will support 30 infrastructure projects offering 360 billion yuan in financial assistance. This year's theme is joining hands to advance modernization and build a high-level China-Africa community with a shared future. Okay. So talking about this forum, it was established in the year 2000, and why? To strengthen the China-Africa relations. The forum is held every 3 years, alternating between China and African nation. So it includes 53 African countries except the country Eswatini. Okay. Why? Because it maintains the ties with Taiwan. So basically it opposes the China's One China policy. Okay. So you have to remember the venue, that the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation Summit took place in Beijing, China. Okay. Now what questions you can be asked regarding this? When was the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation established? So it was established in 2000. How many African countries are the members of this forum? Answer is 53. Which African country is not the part of this forum due to its ties with Taiwan country? It is the Eswatini country. Okay. Now what initiative did Xi Jinping introduce to improve the global trade and infrastructure? It is the BRI, means Belt and Road Initiative. And when did Xi Jinping become the president of China? This is the year 2013. Okay. So these are the most important MCQs for today. And now we will be moving to our revision part. Today the 3 topics that we would be covering are, the first one would be the national current affairs. At second, we'll be talking about some government schemes, and at third, we will be talking about some business, economy and banking related current affairs. First of all, let's move to national current affairs. The first question is, where was the India's first small scale LNG unit inaugurated? India's first small scale LNG unit has been inaugurated in Madhya Pradesh. Daripali thermal power plant is located in which Indian state? It lies in Odisha. Which Indian mountaineer has recently made history by becoming the first person to scale Mount Everest and Mount Lhotse twice in one season? This is the Indian mountaineer Satyadeep Gupta. Ratlam Riyawan garlic, which has recently received a GI tag, belongs to which Indian state? This is a product from Madhya Pradesh and recently it has received the GI tag. What is the theme of the first National Space Day? Answer is Touching Lives While Touching the Moon, India's Space Saga. It is celebrated every year on 23rd of August. Okay. Operation Nanhe Farishte is related to which organization? Answer is Railway Protection Force. Which state government has recently launched Lok Path mobile application for resolving the road problems? It is the state Madhya Pradesh. Now at second we will be talking about some government schemes. The PM Divine scheme is a new venture of government exclusively targeted for infrastructure projects in. So answer is Northeast India. Chief Minister Vayashri Yojana is launched by which Indian state? This Yojana belongs to Maharashtra. What is the primary purpose of National Single Window System launched by CDSO? Answer is streamlining the medical device import. And if you are asked that what is the full form of CDSO, so it stands for Central Drug Standard Control Organization. Okay. Which state has recently introduced a comprehensive social welfare scheme named as Yogya Shri? Answer is West Bengal. What is the main objective of National Career Service Portal recently seen in the news? Basic objective is to bridge the gap between the job seekers and the employers. Abwa Awas scheme is associated with which Indian state? This scheme belongs to Jharkhand. And Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Yojana comes under which ministry? It works under Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Okay. Now at third we'll be seeing some business, economy and banking related MCQs. Recently, which company has become the third largest silver producer globally? It is the company Hindustan Zinc Limited. What is the primary objective of Smart Meter National Program recently seen in the news? Basic objective is to replace India's 25 crore conventional meters with the smart meters. Which organization recently signed a deal in Goa with GRSE for constructing indigenous ocean research vessel to unravel the deep oceans? This is the organization. NCPOR means National Center for Polar and Ocean Research. Okay. Which bank has collaborated with VFin Solutions to launch the digital supply chain finance platform, that is SmartFin? Answer is Yes Bank. Recently, the government has decided to impose an anti-dumping duty on cast aluminium alloy wheels from which country? This is the country China. Recently, Tata Motors and HPCL plan to set up how many EV charging stations by the end of 2024? This is 5,000. Which country is the second largest producer of Tasar silk recently seen in the news? Answer is India. Okay. So with this we have completed our session, and these revision sessions are very helpful. So please have faith in us and don't tell me again and again that please bring the older version or so on. This is the modified version of revision and please trust us. We are trying our best to provide you the best quality content. Okay. So now I am winding up the session, and before concluding let me give you some homework regarding defense current affairs. Okay. So these are the 7 questions that you have to read carefully and try to answer them in the comment section. Please read each of the questions carefully and then write your answer in the comment section. I'll be waiting for your answers. Now at last, I'd like to remind you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series on the GKToday Android application. So if you want the PDF of the lecture, you can subscribe to that course by paying a very nominal fees. Okay. So now we will be meeting tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.